In today's video, I'm going to show you how you can make your own colorful flower hair clips using polymer clay. So here's what you're going to learn in this step-by-step tutorial. First, I'm going to show you how to make easy polymer clay flowers. You will also learn how to prepare your polymer clay and hair clips in a way that ensures they properly adhere to each other. And at the end, I'm going to give you a bonus idea how you can use these polymer clay flowers. Get your materials ready and let's get started. Start by conditioning the clay until it's soft and easy to work with. You can either knead it with your hands, use a rolling pin and roll it repeatedly to soften it, or run it through a pasta machine several times if you happen to have one. I'm using several different colors of Fimo clay to make my flowers. The color I'm using on the center of the flower is called sunflower, which is such a pretty yellow color. I chose to use pink grapefruit, neon blue raspberry antique rose color, royal violet, blueberry shake colored clay and white polymer clay, which I mixed with raspberry to make a lighter pink color. I rolled the sunflower clay into a long thin snake because we only need tiny little pieces of it for the center, and this way it's easier to snip off tiny pieces. So I'm using a silicone mold to make the flowers. Before I put any polymer clay into the mold, I'm dusting it with some corn flour to make sure that the clay won't stick to it. You only need a little bit of it, and I like to shake off any excess by turning the mold around and tapping it on the table. Let's start with a tiny little piece of the yellow clay and place it on the center of the flower. I'll start with a blue flower. I like to condition each small piece of clay again before I press it to the mold, just to make sure that it's nice and soft. If the clay is too hard, it won't get into the nooks and crannies. If you put too much into the mold like I did, just remove some of the excess. These type of silicone molds are a great way to make flat pack flowers that will be easy to attach to the hair clips. Polymer clay can be a bit finicky to glue on smooth surfaces, so I'm using this clay tool to make the back of the flower textured so that it will stick better. And I'll show you how I add texture to the metal hair clips when we get to the gluing part. Now carefully remove the flower from the mold. Place it on the baking tray and let's make some more. It's pretty wet and miserable here in England at the moment, and I'm already missing summer. That's why I decided that this week's tutorial is going to involve some gorgeous bright colors. I hope it cheers you up too if you're in need of a pick-me-up. These flowers are so cute. The hair clips are really going to pop on your hair, especially when you make them with such colorful clay. You could absolutely make them with more neutral colors if you're not into wearing colorful accessories. I think muted neutrals would look gorgeous too. Polymer clay is so great as a material because the color options are endless. You can mix them to make any color you could ever think of. Bake the clay in the oven, following the instructions on the polymer clay package for baking temperature and time. Continue once the clay has cooled down completely. Here's what you'll need to attach the flowers to the hair clips. I have chosen to use 4.5 cm and 9.5 cm long alligator hair clips. Here's how to attach the flowers to the clips. First, wipe the back of the flowers with some alcohol. This ensures that they're clean and there's nothing that will prevent the glue from sticking properly. Then let's prepare the hair clips. I'm using a diamond file to scratch the smooth metal surface of the clip to add some texture to it. Wipe the clip clean with the alcohol. Repeat with the other hair clip. I like to start by planning in which order I want to put the flowers on. I find the simplest way is to just lay them next to the hair clip to get an idea how many flowers will fit on them and how the color combination will look. I'm using the same size flowers on each hair clip, but you can mix the little ones with the larger ones if you would like. Now let's glue the flowers to the hair clips. I'm using E6000 Plus, which is a clear glue that provides strong yet flexible hold on a variety of surfaces. Put a small amount of it on a piece of paper and then using a toothpick spread it on. I like to put glue on both surfaces, on the back of the flower and on the clip, just to make sure that there's enough to hold it in place. The glue should be fully cured in 24 hours, but can take up to 72 hours to reach maximum bond. If you get any glue on unwanted surfaces or on your hands, just use a cotton pad with alcohol to wipe it off before it dries. And now, as promised, I'm going to give you a bonus quick and easy idea on how you can use these polymer clay flowers in other ways. You can make very simple, cute earrings with them. To do that, you'll need some plank earring posts. Scratch the surface with the file and wipe them clean with some alcohol. Put a small amount of glue on both the flower and the pad on the earring post and press them together. Then leave to dry. When I'm making polymer clay earrings to sell, I usually do a layer of resin or polymer clay on top of the pad at the back of the earring once the glue is dry. This guarantees that it won't come off when a customer buys a piece of jewelry. However, if I'm just making them for myself, I don't mind if I just use the glue. Most of the time it's enough to keep the earring post on the clay. I really loved making these hair clips. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.